Welcome back to Season 2 of Sailing Sitka. We are Jay and Kenna, two young Canadians who stepped outside the box of comfort and decided to act on their ambitions of sailing around the world. We first set sail from Victoria, BC, Canada, and have been adventuring around Mexico ever since. In this season, we'll be sailing on, further south and closer towards our dreams of exploring everywhere the sea touches. So sit back, subscribe, and enjoy the ride. Welcome back to another episode of Sailing Sitka. Last week, we sailed further south from Puerto Escondido to Agua Verde, but not without a significant loss at sea. If you don't know what I'm referring to, check out last week's episode. Also, while departing for that 5-hour passage, our autopilot decided to kick the can randomly for the second time this season. So, we are starting this episode off with Jay diving into our starboard lazarette to see what the heck is going on down there. Here's to hoping there is a solution this time around.
Minus that? Nothing, huh?
No.
Do you press standby?
Standby.
It doesn't even click or do anything.
Here is where it gets weird. This whole time, the autopilot would simply not engage. But the second we emptied everything out and Jay got deep down into the laz, the autopilot began to work again as if nothing ever happened. If anyone has any ideas of what could be going on, feel free to comment down below and share your opinion.
Okay. Pass me the GoPro. Alright, so I'm not too sure what the issue is because it's clearly steering right now. So, that's the motor, and that's the arm that's attached. It's hard to see there in here, but it's attached right there. And then it either pushes or pulls on this arm. So the first issue we ever had when we got to Eureka is this had fallen off the actual shaft, so it was slid down. That was an easy fix. And the last thing was the arm had disconnected, but right now just the brain is not connecting to it, so I don't know what's going on. This is the kind of things that I'm not a fan of. When there's a problem and then it fixes itself, it's kind of nice, but not at the same time, because then it leaves you asking like, will this happen again? And obviously right now it's like, this is the time to figure it out, right? It's like when you bring your car to the mechanic and it stops making the sound. It's frustrating. Because now I have everything taken out. Like you're not doing this at sea. Yeah, and going in there. So yeah, hopefully I didn't see any issues. I mean, the only thing I can think of is, I don't even know, honestly. Like, honestly, I'm just rambling. I have no idea what's going on. The arms seem to be operating completely fine. Maybe when we were getting out of the marina, we did too many like quick +10s or -10s, and then it hit the max rudder, and then it pushes hard on the, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It's strange.
It is very strange.
Okay.
There's nothing, I mean, even if it wasn't working at this point, there's nothing I could do down there, you know, like it's wired. It clicks on, the solenoid clicks on when you turn the switch on. I hear completely like the circuit going on. And then when Kenna activated it in auto mode, you hear like it engage on the clutch. And then when she does +10, it reacts. When she does -10, it reacts. And when she just presses auto, it stays there. Like it adjusts constantly, which is what it's supposed to do. So I'm not, yeah. And then when she pressed standby, it completely disengages. Yeah.
A mystery, I guess. Now that we have our autopilot problem solved, I mean, somewhat solved, it was time to explore this beautiful anchorage of Agua Verde. Now I wonder, is it just us, or do you also feel that you need to accomplish at least one boat task before you start the cruiser's shenanigans of drinking and adventuring on shore? Because we sure do. It is so beautiful here, you guys. It's serene. We've never seen water this crystal clear ever. So Jay's back there. I'm pretty sure you can hear it. We are flying our other drone that we have. to try to get a shot of this for you guys because it is freaking gorgeous, like beautiful here. Our friends on SB Avocet, Chris and Marissa, you probably know them, they loved it here and they were hooting and hollering all about it, so we were super excited to finally be here and get to experience this little bay. This is Baja AUA Verde, a gorgeous and protected bay with a dramatic backdrop of the desert mountain range, has always been a popular destination for sailors over the years. Known for its snorkeling, diving, and various hiking trails, this spot is a must-visit when cruising the Sea of Cortez. We heard magical opinions about this anchorage from numerous cruisers, and we can now understand the hype. This was hands down one of our favorite spots that we washed up upon while sailing south. If you ever have a chance to stop in Baja AUA Verde, please make sure that you do. You won't be disappointed.
You got Lewis over here?
He's looking right at, oh.
I've had one of the best fish tacos ever. And look at the view. So we landed our dinghy right there, and Sitka's right there. Not bad, huh? Hey, buddy.
After our yummy lunch at the Brisa del Mar, we walked a sandy road to the local tienda, which actually had everything a cruiser could ever need in our opinion, including fresh baked tortillas that paired amazingly with their homemade beans. This little market is also known to have fresh goat cheese, but unfortunately we were too late in the day to snag any at the time, and we'll try again early in the morning. Is it cold?
It's nice. No, it's nice.
Tell me what you see.
Nothing.
You don't see anything?
No. That's the GoPro.
There's nothing?
It's clear though. It's filming?
Yeah. What didn't make it on film was that 10 seconds after jumping in, I got stung by some sort of jellyfish, and this explains why I'm washing my hair from the side of the dinghy. I've always had a fear of the ocean and what lies underneath me, but when things start to hurt, bite, or sting me, I'm completely out and I'll find an alternative way to keep up with my hygiene, one in which that doesn't result in pain or fear.
Good morning, guys. So I think today on the agenda we're gonna go snorkeling, and apparently there's good snorkeling over there in the southern bite of this bay, and I think there's gonna be good snorkeling too right by the reef right next to us. So we're gonna add some fuel to our fuel tank for the dinghy for bush tit, and then we're gonna get our swim gear on and we're gonna go for a little swimmy-dee with the fishies. And I think there's gonna be quite a bit of fish in here, and the water clarity here is probably the best we've seen. And then I think we're gonna go for another fish taco at the beach restaurant. They're really good. I like them a lot. And it's like one taco is enough to fill me up. Like they're massive. It's like 3 or 4 big pieces of fish. Anyways, so that's the big plans for today. And then we're thinking that maybe tomorrow we're gonna leave. It's gonna depend on the weather. We need good wind because like it's a 45 mile nautical sail, so like 45 nautical miles. sail, so it's going to be like pretty much a full day. So we want wind, so we don't want to have to motor that whole time.
9 hours?
Yeah, so we'll look at the wind. It looks very strong on Saturday. Today's Thursday. So it'd be good to have like 15 knots, but like the problem with Saturday's prediction is that it's going to be like 25, and that's what they're predicting. And a lot of times you have to add 10
it's like,
here.
Yeah, just
so
add
like
10.
25 would be fine, but 35 would not be fun. The seas here get quite steep in short period. So yeah, all this to say that our next spot is, I forget the name, but it's Evaristo?
Evaristo, yeah.
Yeah, Evaristo. And it's like
Evaristo.
super protected from strong northerlies, which is what we want, because like it's going to be blowing after Saturday for a little bit, it seems like. And there's also a water desalination plant there, so we can top off on fresh water. So that'll be good. And then after that, we'll see. We just use like a trucker's hitch basically, and it's worked really good for us. Even offshore when you get big waves, it just allows enough play that things don't break. And then I just use this line for over. But yeah, simple. Watch out, there's glass here.
Okay, good to know. Look at this!
You see this was wet, right? That's cool.
Isn't that cute?
Take a little picture in there.
Oh my god, it's cool! I want to live in here.
I want to live.
Oh, it's so neat.
And big high tides, water definitely flows through here. And then like green water on the other side. And this is the southern portion of Agua Verde.
Oh my goodness, look at
See?
this!
And there's going to be a sailboat right there. It's pretty, huh?
Oh, the water feels like a bathtub.
Yeah, it's warm in here.
That's amazing.
All right.
The rocks are so soft.
Yeah, they've been polished by the seawater. All right, now time to go snorkel. See some fishies, some fish friends.
This is probably overkill for snorkeling, but I tend to get stung by jellyfish nearly every single time I go, so I'm pretty fed up with it. So shout out to Discovery Passage for this little setup here. They gave it to me after Jay helped them with their engine, and it was super awesome of them. So it's finally getting put into good use.
Yeah.
No jellyfish today, biatches. while we were enjoying our little snorkeling adventure, which was, let's be honest, slightly uneventful. Out of nowhere, I panicked and lifted my feet high out of the water in reaction to a fish biting at my toes. I swam up to Jay and told him to look down, and there he was, the crazy fish who was chomping at my feet. I know what some of you are thinking. Why on earth am I not wearing fins? I have never properly learned and have an extremely hard time when trying to do so, which results in me swimming barefoot. But after today's event, I think I ought to try the fins once again.
So, hon, how the snorkeling was really good here. Like,
Yeah, that was probably the best snorkeling I've ever witnessed. But like, that friggin' fish, I don't know if you guys got it on the camera, but like,
the one I chased.
there was this fish that like I'm swimming and I feel like nibbles at my toes. I'm like, absolutely not, like my worst nightmare.
Jenna also doesn't wear fins, so
I can't swim with fins.
so they look like snacks.
No! And I turn around and there's this fish like this, and I'm like, okay, like you'd think it'd be scared, and then I like swam away and it like kept coming, and I'm like, Jay, like, get this guy.
Jenna's freaking out, so I'm just chasing it. It was just curious, like it was like harmless.
Like, way too curious for me, like.
It was decent size. It was probably like the size of maybe that rock there.
Yeah. Back at the boat, we changed out of our wet swimming suits and into some dry ones to soak up the warm Sea of Cortez sun here in our cockpit of Sitka. This time of the hour is called Sundowners and is an event in the cruising world where people get together or just have drinks on their boats while the sun sets and fades into night. Okay, now it's time to put our car in the garage.
Yeah, literally.
It was time to take our dinghy out of the water and onto the deck. Our dinghy is called Bush Tit, named after a local bird out of British Columbia, Canada, which is known to sit on top of Sitka spruce trees. See what we did there? Considering that we are sailing early morning tomorrow, that's where she will sit into our next anchorage in Evaristo, further down south. As the sky faded into its beautiful cotton candy phase, we cooked dinner and prepped the boat for passage at first light tomorrow. As the saying always goes, red sky at night, sailor's delight. We are hoping this holds true for our upcoming sail in the morning. But that's all next up on Sailing Sitka. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Sailing Sitka. Stick around for more to come. If you enjoyed, please spread the love and let us know. Special thank you to our Patreon members for making these videos possible, as well as helping our dreams come true. See you all next week.